Okay, so get ready, because today we are diving deep into some seriously weird territory.
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah, you know that material you sent over about those extraterrestrial mummies?
Oh, yeah.
The ones presented to the Mexican Congress? It's like something straight out of a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, it does have that kind of X-Files vibe to it for sure.
Right.
But what I think is really interesting here is the context. Because
Mm-hmm.
we aren't just talking about some like fringe theory you'd see online.
Yeah,
This was an actual presentation to lawmakers
exactly.
by Jaime Maussan, who's a pretty well-known ufologist.
I know. That's what's so crazy about this whole thing. It's not just some grainy picture on like some conspiracy theorist's website.
Right.
This is a public figure making a very bold claim.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Good.
The global scientific community, specifically the World Mummy Studies Committee,
Uh-huh.
they have completely debunked these mummies.
Really?
Yeah, they've basically said, like, nope, not aliens. This is not scientifically valid at all. So it raises the question, why would Maussan, someone who has a reputation in the ufology community, present something that is so easily dismissed by experts?
Yeah. What's the motivation?
Exactly. What's the end goal here?
Hey.
Now, to make this whole situation even weirder, you also sent over a YouTube video.
Oh, yeah.
It features this hypnotist, Calogero Grafassi,
Okay.
and he's using hypnosis to explore this whole event with a subject named Lily.
Interesting.
And what's really fascinating about this video is that Lily was supposedly completely unaware of this mummy presentation
Wow.
beforehand, which Grafassi argues helps to minimize any preconceived notions or biases.
That's pretty smart, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, we've got these mummies
Mm-hmm.
presented as like evidence of alien contact,
Right.
debunked by the scientific community,
Uh-huh.
and now we're bringing hypnosis into the mix.
Oh, okay.
So what exactly does Lily reveal under hypnosis?
Okay, well, according to Grafassi,
Yeah.
Lily describes the mummies as just molds.
Well,
Yeah, she claims that they are crude attempts to recreate the appearance of beings that are non-human using just normal, ordinary materials.
so like paper mache aliens.
Kind of, yeah, that's the implication.
Okay.
And it gets even weirder.
Oh, no.
Lily, under hypnosis, claims that Maussan himself
Okay.
is actually a hybrid, part human, part extraterrestrial.
What?
And that he's bound by some agreements that limit what he can actually reveal about his findings.
Hold on. So she's saying that the guy presenting these possibly fake alien mummies
Yeah,
is himself part alien.
that's what she said.
And he can't even talk about it because of some intergalactic NDA.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
This is getting wild.
I know, right?
But Grafassi, the hypnotist, he seems to be taking all of this very seriously.
Yeah, he interprets all of Lily's statements as evidence of a much larger, like, script that's being played out.
Script. Okay.
Yeah,
This is sounding like we're entering conspiracy theory territory.
it does,
A
yeah.
little bit.
And Lily, through Grafassi's interpretation, suggests that this script
Okay.
involves powerful entities like governments, religious institutions, even other extraterrestrial races,
Wow.
all working together to keep this, like, system of control in place.
So wait, let me get this straight.
Sure.
If we're following this,
Yeah.
the presentation of these potentially fake mummies
Uh-huh.
is part of some huge coordinated effort
Yeah.
involving everyone.
It's a pretty big claim.
That's a huge claim.
It is. It is.
And it makes me wonder, if this script is real, why go to all this trouble? Like, what's the goal of all this manipulation?
Well, Lily actually offers some insight into that, too.
Okay.
Under hypnosis, she says that the real evidence of extraterrestrial influence isn't in, like, physical objects like these mummies,
Okay.
but in something that Grafassi refers to as the energetic realm.
Energetic realm. Okay, now we're getting into some pretty esoteric territory.
No.
What does that even mean?
So Grafassi explains,
Yeah.
through Lily's statements, that this manipulation is happening at a deeper level.
Okay.
It's about influencing human consciousness,
Okay.
putting non-human entities in positions of power,
Okay.
and using symbols and rituals to maintain this control.
So less about spaceships and little green men, more about these almost invisible forces shaping our reality.
Yeah, that seems to be the implication.
Okay.
It kind of makes you wonder, like, have you ever felt like you were being subtly influenced or, like, nudged in a certain direction, but you don't understand why? Like, something's pulling the strings behind the scenes.
That's a creepy thought,
It is.
but it's also kind of fascinating.
Yeah, it's both.
Yeah.
And it's actually something that Lily addresses pretty directly under hypnosis.
Oh, really?
According to her, the public's need for answers,
Uh-huh.
for something to believe in, is being exploited.
It's like we're hardwired to search for meaning, for purpose,
Yeah,
and something's hijacking that very human need.
exactly.
So then it raises the question, does it even matter if the mummies are real, if people believe they are?
Right. It's a good question.
And what does that say about our relationship with truth?
Yeah, and with belief.
It's like truth becomes secondary to the belief itself.
Yeah.
The belief is what matters.
The belief holds all the power.
Yeah.
And there's another layer to this, too. Lily suggests, while she's under hypnosis, that this entire mummy spectacle is actually a distraction. From more pressing issues.
What are they distracting us from?
Well, according to Grafasi's interpretation,
Yeah.
Lily mentions things like climate change and the declining influence of traditional power structures.
So it's like the old misdirection tactic.
Yeah, keep everyone focused over here
Yeah.
while the real action is happening over there.
Exactly.
And this actually leads to an even more unsettling idea that Lily brings up
Okay.
about voting.
Voting. What does voting have to do with any of this?
So Lily claims that elections are more about maintaining the illusion of control
Okay.
than actual, democratic representation.
Hold on. So our votes, the power to choose our leaders, you're saying it's all just a facade.
That's what Lily seems to be suggesting.
Wow.
She describes how even little actions like casting a vote create what Grafasi calls energetic ties that kind of bind us to this whole system of control.
So we're all unknowingly participating in our own manipulation.
Yeah, it's a chilling thought.
It's like we're trapped in a system we don't even understand.
Yeah, it's wild.
It all circles back to our original question. What's the point of all of this? What's the point of this whole charade?
But this grand script, as Grafasi puts it.
Yeah, if this is all true, what's the ultimate goal?
Right. Why bother with all of this? The fake mummies, the hypnotism, the manipulation of our beliefs. What's the end game?
Exactly.
Well, this is where things get really, really strange.
Oh, no.
Lily suggests that these entities, the ones who are orchestrating this whole spectacle, they're actually hungry for the energy that humans generate through their beliefs and emotions.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying our beliefs and emotions are like food for these beings?
That's what she's claiming. Yeah. This entire system, this complex web of control, is designed to just extract and control that energy.
This is like something straight out of a science fiction novel.
It does sound like that, yeah.
But even if we don't take all of this literally, it still raises some really big questions about belief.
On information control.
And about the very nature of reality itself.
It really makes you think.
No kidding. We've got a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, a lot to unpack.
The implications are pretty mind-blowing.
They are. Makes you wonder if everything you thought you knew was wrong.
I know. It's like we've uncovered this secret world.
Right.
This secret game that's happening right in front of us.
And what I think is so interesting is how these kinds of stories, like these narratives about hidden forces, really capture people's imaginations.
Yeah, why are conspiracy theories so popular?
Right.
It's this weird mix of fear and fascination. We love a good mystery.
Yeah.
The possibility that something bigger is going on, but it's a little unsettling.
It is a little unsettling. And going back to Lily's claims under hypnosis, maybe that's the point.
What do you mean?
Maybe this back and forth, this constant questioning of what's real and what's not.
Yeah.
It's meant to keep us off balance.
Keep us distracted, divided.
Yeah, so we're so busy arguing about fake news and alien mummies that we miss the bigger picture.
You're right.
Remember, Lily specifically mentioned climate change and the erosion of traditional power structures.
And that's a good point, because Maussan, the ufologist, he has a certain level of authority in his field.
He's respected in those circles.
So when he presents these mummies,
it
comes with a certain weight, even if it's not scientifically valid.
I mean, we tend to trust people who present themselves as experts, right?
Yeah, the people who seem to have the answers.
Especially when those answers give us a sense of certainty or order in a world that feels chaotic.
Right, exactly.
And the people in power, the ones who want to keep the system as it is, they understand this.
They exploit it.
They give us something to believe in, something to fear, something to distract us with.
Oh, while they're doing their thing.
Right.
Behind the scenes.
And that's what I think makes Lily's idea of the energetic realm So fascinating.
I know, it's so hard to wrap your head around.
It is. It is.
But this idea that they're manipulating not just information,
Mm-hmm.
but our consciousness,
Yeah.
our perception of reality.
It's almost like trying to
Yeah.
fight a ghost.
You can feel it.
You know something's there,
Yeah,
but you can't quite grasp it.
exactly.
And that's what makes it so effective.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't define it,
Yeah.
you can't understand it.
You can't resist it.
Exactly. Exactly.
So where do we go from here? How do we even begin to navigate a world where reality itself could be an illusion?
Well, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
I don't think there's a simple answer.
Yeah.
But for me, I think the first step is awareness.
Okay.
Recognizing that these systems of control are in place.
Mm-hmm.
That there are these messages and narratives all around us that are designed to influence how we think and how we behave.
So we need to be more critical of the information we take and question everything.
Especially the things that confirm what we already believe.
Right, right.
And be willing to entertain different perspectives.
Even the ones that make us uncomfortable.
Exactly. We need to think for ourselves.
We can't let other people think for us.
Right. It's about taking back control of our minds.
Becoming active participants in shaping our reality instead of passive consumers.
That's a great way to put it.
Thank you.
And this takes real effort.
Yeah.
To break free from this web of manipulation that Lily is describing. Yeah.
It's almost like we have to unlearn everything we thought we knew
Yeah.
and start seeing the world in a new way.
It's a journey.
Yeah.
A process of continually asking questions and exploring.
You know, one thing that really stuck with me was Lily's claim that these mummies, they were just molds,
right,
representations to get a reaction. Like, not even real beings.
It's an interesting point.
Yeah.
It speaks to how powerful symbols are.
Yeah.
And how they can be used to manipulate how we see things.
We see the image.
The surface.
We don't question what's underneath.
We react.
And this is exactly how propaganda works, right?
Yeah.
It targets our emotions, our instincts.
And bypasses our rational minds.
It reminds me of that whole fake news thing. It's not just about spreading lies. It's about creating this atmosphere of distrust and confusion where we don't even know what to believe anymore.
Right. And that uncertainty, that anxiety.
Yeah.
It makes us much more vulnerable to manipulation.
Because we can't think straight.
We can't see what's really going on.
So it's not enough to just be skeptical of the information itself.
Right.
We have to understand the motives behind it.
Like, who's benefiting from us believing this?
Yeah. What's the purpose?
Exactly.
We need to develop a more discerning eye.
Be able to see through those layers of deception.
See who's pulling the strings.
Right.
Like we're in a hall of mirrors and we're chasing reflections that might not even be our own.
It's disorienting, but it's also an opportunity.
Yeah.
Once you see the illusion, you have a choice.
Yeah.
You can stay in it, or you can break free.
I'm still stuck on this idea that our beliefs and emotions could be fuel.
Yeah, it's why.
For these entities.
It's strange, but...
It's hard to wrap your head around.
It is. But if you think about how powerful belief is, how it can shape whole societies.
Right.
It's not completely impossible.
Think about how religions have used belief for centuries, or political movements.
Right. It's a very powerful force.
Whether it's a god, a political idea.
An extraterrestrial conspiracy.
Yeah.
If you can control it,
you can use it.
You can use it for all sorts of things.
This takes me back to Lily's claim that this whole mummy presentation, it was meant to distract us from those traditional power structures, losing influence.
Like they had to invent a new narrative.
Right, a new source of authority.
And stay in control.
What happens when those power structures fall apart?
That's a great question.
What fills the void?
Yeah, do we become more decentralized?
Yeah.
More individualistic?
Or do new structures pop up?
Maybe even worse than the old ones.
I don't know.
We don't know for sure.
Yeah.
But by asking these questions, by thinking about these possibilities, we can start to imagine a future.
Yeah.
Where we are more aware.
Yeah.
More empowered.
More in control.
Less susceptible to this manipulation.
I like that.
This whole extraterrestrial mummies thing.
It's wild.
As bizarre as it is, it's a wake-up call.
Yeah, it is.
It reminds us that the world is far more complex and mysterious than we often think it is.
Definitely.
And that how we understand reality is always changing.
Like we're taking the red pill.
Yeah, to see how things really are.
Even if it's scary.
Right. And knowledge can be like that.
Yeah.
Empowering, but unsettling.
It's true. And you know what was really unsettling to me?
Yeah.
Was Lily's claim that even voting is part of the manipulation.
Oh, yeah. That's like,
It makes you feel powerless, doesn't it?
yeah, if our choices are already made,
What if the game's rigged?
how can we change anything?
That's where I think Lily's idea of the energetic realm is so important.
I too.
If we're only focused on the stuff we can see,
The physical stuff.
yeah, those structures of power, we're missing something big.
Because the manipulation is happening at a deeper level.
It's in our minds,
Yeah.
our thoughts, our feelings, how we see the world.
So it's not about changing the players or the rules.
It's about changing the whole game. And that takes a real shift in our thinking.
Yeah, we have to realize how our thoughts and beliefs and feelings are being messed with.
Like, we're not just taking in information.
We're creating our reality.
Yeah.
And remember, Lily said those entities feed off of our energy.
Our energy from our beliefs and emotions.
So we need to be careful.
About where we're putting that energy.
It's like we all have these batteries inside us.
Yeah.
And we got to be careful who we're plugging them into.
Because our beliefs aren't just ideas.
They're powerful.
They change the world around us.
So to break free from this manipulation,
We have to be really careful about what we believe in.
where we put our energy,
Be more aware.
pay attention to how we're being influenced.
Yeah, even the stuff we don't realize.
It's hard, but it's worth it.
I think so too.
And find ways to take our power back,
Our energy.
to make the world better,
Yeah.
a world that reflects who we really are.
It's a challenge.
It is.
But man, this whole conversation has been a real eye-opener.
It's made you question things, huh?
Yeah. Things I never even thought about before.
That's what we're here for.
Exploration.
Not always about the answers.
Sometimes it's just about,
Asking the questions.
yeah.
Challenging ourselves.
Yeah, and this whole extraterrestrial mummy thing.
As crazy as it sounds,
Yeah,
it got us thinking,
it did.
reminded us
Mm-hmm.
that the world is a lot weirder than we think,
Definitely.
and that how we see reality, it changes.
It always changes.
So what are you taking away from all of this?
So much, but I think what gets me is how bold it all is.
Oh, yeah.
That someone would even think to manipulate reality like that.
To use our beliefs and emotions.
Like we're energy sources.
I know, it's crazy.
It's empowering too, though.
How so?
Because it
Yeah.
means that the world, it's not fixed.
It's not.
We can change it.
Yeah,
We're more powerful than we think.
absolutely.
But it also makes me feel like things are urgent.
Oh, yeah.
Like what we do now matters.
Now more than ever.
Yeah, what we choose to believe in.
It's going to shape the future. So we have to choose wisely.
You do.
We need to be aware.
Yeah,
Listen to that voice inside us,
that gut feeling.
that intuition,
And work together.
to create a world that's good.
A world that we're proud of.
Yeah,
I love that.
that's a good goal.
Well, we've reached the end of our deep dive.
It has been a journey.
But
More questions than answers.
But that's okay.
It is. It means we're still curious,
Still searching.
open to new ideas.
And to our listener,
Yeah.
we leave you with this thought.
One last thing to ponder.
If reality is shaped by what we believe
What role will you play?
in making the world you want to see.
Keep exploring. Keep questioning.
And never stop believing in yourself.
In the power of your own mind.
See you next time.